another recipe demonstration. This evening we have a lot of fun things included in our lineup. So we're going to start with two St. Lucian sisters. Well, one is here, Sister Andy, and she's going to tell us what she's going to be demonstrating for us.
Today we are making a vegan pancake. Vegan pancake.
So we're making a vegan pancake. So what are we starting with for the vegan pancake?
Well, we're going to start with our dry ingredients. That includes, we have oat flour, spelt flour, palm sugar, baking powder, flaxseed, coconut oil, and apple cider vinegar.
Okay, so what's in the bowl right now?
Okay. We have half a cup of oat flour, half a cup of spelt flour, 2 tablespoons of the sugar, where was I? The sugar, 2 teaspoons of baking powder. The flax seeds, we're going to do it separate because we have to add 2 to 3 tablespoons of water. Then after the coconut milk with apple cider vinegar.
Okay, so in the bowl right now we have
Yes.
half cup of oat flour, half cup of spelt flour, 2 tablespoons of the palm sugar, 2 teaspoons of baking powder. And then she's going to mix flax seeds with water, and she's going to show us how to do that. Half cup of oat flour, half cup spelt flour, 2 tablespoons of palm sugar, and 2 teaspoons of baking powder. That's the dry ingredients in the bowl right now. All right. Okay, so what are we doing?
I'm adding my flax seeds. That's the egg replacement. Right?
So she's adding the flax seeds to this bowl. It's the egg replacement. So instead of using eggs, she's going to make a flaxseed mixture. So about how much water would you say is in, did you mix with the flax seeds?
2 to 3 tablespoons.
Okay, so 2 to 3 tablespoons of water was added to the 1 tablespoon of flaxseed.
And it's best you left it set for about 3 minutes.
So okay, so it's ground flax seeds that we're using. And she's letting it sit for about 2 to 3 minutes before she continues using. All right, let me see. Okay, so we're just going to let it sit for a bit. Everybody could settle, please. We're letting the flax seeds sit for a little bit. So while we let the flax seeds sit,
We want it to be a thick consistency.
so she wants it to sit until the consistency is, it's pretty thick. So it's just sitting until it thickens up a little. Okay, so what are we adding now?
Well, since we don't have the liquid coconut milk, I'm using powdered today.
So there isn't any liquid coconut milk, so she's going to mix her own coconut milk by using powdered coconut milk, and she's going to add it to what we have in the bowl so far.
When I use the powder, I use 2 tablespoons. Yeah.
So when you use the liquid, about how much do you use of the liquid?
3/4 cup. So since I'm using the powder, I will add 3/4 cups of water.
Okay, so she's using 3/4 cup of water to 2 tablespoons of the coconut milk powder. But if she had the liquid coconut milk, she would use 3/4 cups of the liquid coconut milk. And she's just mixing that in with the other wet ingredients, which is the flaxseed and water.
apple cider vinegar,
Okay, so she's adding apple cider vinegar. About how much?
spoon, a table.
So she's adding 1 tablespoon of apple cider vinegar to the other wet ingredients and mixing it.
The apple cider vinegar helps it rise. The apple cider. The apple cider vinegar helps the pancake rise.
So the apple cider vinegar that she added is what's going to give you that fluffy pancake. It's going to help it to rise.
Now we add it to our dry ingredients.
So we're going to take the wet ingredients and we're going to add it to the dry ingredients and we're going to mix them both. Okay, so while she's mixing, we have a finished product so you can see what the pancakes will look like. So you know when you make it at home, what they should resemble, at least. So Sister Tanya will bring that out for us shortly. So we have our pancakes. Is there anything special you placed on top?
Caramelized apples.
So they caramelized some apples. I guess that will replace your Aunt Jemima's. So caramelized apples is on top.
You can also use it as a crepe batter. Crepes.
So you can use this as crepe batter as well. It doesn't have to be pancakes. You can use it as a crepe batter.
Just add a little more water.
So for those who can't see, this is what the finished product looks like. A very good job. Thank you so much for showing that. So I'm looking for Brother Dougling, who well, never mind. But we know we are not supposed to be using the eggs. We're not supposed to be using the milk. So you just saw how you can make a vegan pancake without any egg, without any milk, without any of the additional fats and sugars, excess sugar and stuff like that. So you can make this all from scratch in the comfort of your home. We have another demonstration. We'll be back shortly.